Hey, it's Angie with News OK. Today we are talking about how to make edible wreaths. And to show us this is food columnist Becky Varner. She's our recipe for health food columnist for the Oklahoman. All right, Becky, this is how we get started, right?
This
is a styrofoam.
And this is a styrofoam ring. You can get this at any type of a hobby shop or things like that. The floral department or the wedding department sometimes has them, and the craft department. Anyway, they're available in green and white, but for this I would suggest getting the green because it's less likely to show.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. And I have covered this with a clear plastic wrap, and it's just helpful to do that. And all you do is wrap the wrap around it and then secure it with a piece of tape here and there.
Okay.
And that just makes it easier to work with.
Definitely.
Are you ready to have fun?
All right, let's do it.
We are going to cover our wreath with green leaf lettuce.
Okay.
And Angie, what we want to be sure and do is get the top side up because it's a little bit more frilly, a little bit prettier, and we're going to use toothpicks. I think for the wreath we'll just use the plain toothpicks, and we just want to secure it like this. And why don't you layer a piece right around here? And
so do you try to do it then on the side?
We want on the sides too because we're going to put our fruits all along the side as well. And it's helpful to use the big long pieces. You want to break off just this end stem. And if you have it like this, it's just not quite as pretty. It's the lettuce is prettier. You want the greener side to show. And so you break the end.
So you just do that all the way around.
All the way around. And you do want to be careful to secure the lettuce. And here where we've got a little place, I'll move this forward a little bit to make a nice leafy cover.
Do you use pretty much a whole head of lettuce?
It takes about one head of green leaf lettuce for each wreath that you do. Okay. And today we're going to be doing a fruit wreath and then a vegetable wreath, so we'll be using two. But this is how you start, and you just completely cover your wreath with the lettuce.
Great.
Okay.
All right, here's our finished product.
Okay, step two.
Wrap the whole styrofoam wreath or round circle and with the lettuce.
That's right. And we're going to use a variety of different fruits. People can use really whatever they want to. We need about 5 or 6 cups of fruit. You can use fresh fruit or canned fruit. And I like to start with something like grapes. And we're going to use a contrast of, of color here. Let's put a couple of grapes on here with the green little frills. And we'll put this on like so. And you want to have the frilly edge out where it's easy for people to be able to spear them. And Angie, why don't you just help me? Let's just get some different fruits here.
So one big thing you said definitely about the kiwi that we need to be careful with is that there's not too much of a contrast, right?
That's right. And so it's not going to show up as much. But if you go ahead and put a kiwi here, and let me take an apricot half, and I can kind of put this under it just a little bit, and that'll help it show a little bit more. Yeah.
There we go.
And then lighter fruits like pineapple chunks we've got, we can use. They work real well.
That's true. Okay, so you usually put a couple on each, well, with these smaller fruit, you put a couple on each toothpick. But tell us again, so we're going to have fruit dip in the middle.
We are.
So you don't want to bring anything too close to the middle.
That's right. To make our wreath appear larger and fuller, we can take our fruit and actually, let's do this one like this, spear them all the way out around the edge of the wreath and then towards the inside, but you want to be sure and leave room for your bulb.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Okay, well, let's have fun and put these on.
Excellent. All right. One more strawberry on, and then people could go ahead and continue on making this as full as they would like to. We could certainly add more to it. Well, let's not quit. Let's just keep going. I tell you what, that's the dip that we're going to use. If you would hand that to me,
tell us about this dip again.
Well, this is just the fat-free cherry yogurt, and I would suggest using any red one. It could be the strawberry or You could use the vanilla and put some maraschino cherries in it if you wanted to.
Very true.
And be ready to go.
I love it. Okay, so next part of this video is we are doing a vegetable edible wreath.
Yes, we are.
All right, well, let's get to that.
Wonderful.
All right, so we did our fruit edible wreath. Now we're doing the vegetable edible wreath. And also, one big thing is make sure all the vegetables and fruit is washed before.
Absolutely. And any places that might need to be trimmed can be trimmed as well, because you don't want any little brown places to show. So
yes. Okay. So now we've got another wreath with the lettuce on it.
We
All
do.
right. Where do we go?
Okay, we're going to start with different vegetables, and you'll notice we have a wide variety of shapes and sizes and colors of vegetables. I'm going to start with some yellow squash.
Okay.
And Angie, when we use something like this that's nice and big and round, we can put it on first. It takes up quite a bit of space, and we can work around it then to be able to put other vegetables. And so we can start with that, and then while you're doing the squash, I'm going to put some little beets. We've got the whole canned beets, and they're such a beautiful color, and we're going to put some of these on. And people that can use the pickled beets if they prefer. I like to use just the plain ones myself. That's my favorite. And then we have a lot of other vegetables, and I'm going to reach over here. I'm going to show these sweet mini little peppers. I love these, and they are so readily available this time of the year. And we have them in lots of different colors.
Okay.
So let's put these over here, and we're going to just put these. Now, these can be sliced if you'd prefer, but I like to do them whole. I just think they're cute. That's kind of could be almost a Santa Fe wreath, couldn't it? So we'll put this one right here.
That's fun.
And let's get an orange one.
Now, do we want to do some of these around as well?
Absolutely. No, around is great. There's no particular way that these have to go on. You just want to get as many as you can. You want to fill the wreath, and the more that you have, the more colorful it is, the prettier, and of course, the more people it's going to serve as well. So, and we'll use our cherry tomatoes also is something else. Another, thank you, vegetable that can be used would be the carrots. You could use the little baby carrots, or you could use regular carrots cut in chunks. You could use celery chunks. You could actually use celery and stuff it with one of the low-fat cream cheese dips, something like that if you wanted to, and have little bite-sized pieces of that. Let's see, and I'm going to pull these little frilly toothpicks over here. I think they look a lot prettier than the plain toothpicks. They do. They just add a little bit more color.
All right. So with the vegetables then, you just have an array. Same thing with the fruit, but you can do anything. But probably a key is try to make it all different bold colors.
Yes, and the brighter the colors, the better. But we also want to have contrast. So I opened a can of whole water chestnuts.
Okay.
Thought, well, that would just give the contrast of color too. And so we'll put some of these on. And again, we just want to completely fill our wreath as full as possible.
It's actually kind of fun.
It is fun. And it's just would be a good family evening activity.
It would be. All right, so let's keep this going.
Yeah, we've got some radishes here. Now, what we're going to use for our dip on this one, Angie, is a low-fat salad dressing, or you can use a low-fat dip. This actually is a Caesar, and I added just a little bit of skim milk to it to thin it down a little bit. You could use a ranch or a buttermilk, anything like that. But there you go.
Oh, I love it. That definitely is festive and beautiful. I just love the colors. So these are great ideas for you either to have, like Becky said, as a centerpiece at your table if you have guests over, or something, a great little gift to take to someone.
Absolutely, to a party or something
Yeah.
like that. And you know, people are really health conscious, and they appreciate the opportunity to go to a party and have something really healthful that's served.
That is true, and it makes it easy. So that's the key. A
That's
lot of
right.
people are, oh, I don't want to eat it because it takes too much time to worry about. This is easy.
Simple.
This is very fun, very fun. So for more on Becky's column, you can read it in the Oklahoman on how to do the vegetable fruit edible wreaths. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Angie.
Let's see it.